arguably one of the most popular traits in a video game would be making your own traits in your own characters. Looking at character creations, you have to look at the genre that I think made it the most popular, which are wrestling games with some good old-fashioned CAWs. Create a wrestler. The best one, though, was WWF No Mercy for the Nintendo 64, because they knew, alright, there's all these characters we can't have in the game, but we're gonna let you still make them in this section. So, like, you make like all the classic wrestlers. I remember I made a bunch of WCW wrestlers, and like all their moves were in there, appearances were in there. You had like the Sting mask you can still have. So like any wrestler that you wanted to have, you can create with their own moves, and even taunts. They were just all in the game for you to create. You can jump online, look at other people's templates. And
All-Stars was better.
So he likes to argue.
I made Kratos in All-Stars. Can you do that in your game?
All wrestling games have a great creator wrestler, but I'm going to go with No Mercy for being one of the best ones.
I think one with a great character creator was Saints Row the Third. We played that one for a little bit where we were the Joker guy with the dildo bat. Yeah, that was just awesome. And he made zombie sounds. And he was just very wild and his hair was all messed up. But it had a lot of cool things you could do with it. By the way, Sohinki created that character, so good work to him. It was definitely the Joker if the Joker had a thing for dildo bats. Anyway, the things you could do with it were cool. I liked the way you could increase sex appeal, and you know, it would make the chick's boobies bigger. And you could customize taunts and there was one called the Dumper. That was interesting, where it just like taunts you by taking a dump. I don't know. It was very interesting, so definitely props to Saints Row the Third.
We're talking about character customization. I think I have to just give props to the very first game I ever played with any character customization. That was a side-scroller called Cyborg Justice. So it was sort of a Streets of Rage type game, but at the beginning of the game you'd make your own robot, and there wasn't a lot. You could change out 3 different heads, 3 different bodies, and 3 different legs. But the cool thing about it is it's one of the only games I've played where your character customization actually matters as far as functionally how you play the game. So each different body had a different weapon, each different leg, like one had like a super jump, another one had like a crazy sprint thing on it, like because you had like tank legs. But it was really cool because functionally the way you made your character look aesthetically also had to do with how the gameplay went and how your character performed and the different powers he had. So it was definitely cool for that.
Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite video game franchises, though I don't think it needs to create a fighter mode, but they added one in Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Now this was the Mortal Kombat game where just like every single character ever created was here in the tournament, and it was pretty epic, it was pretty cool, but you can also create a fighter. And in this it's like, alright, you can make a really cool badass ninja that has like all these different combinations of moves and special abilities of all your favorite characters, or you can make the dude from Punch-Out! Or you can make Mario, or just get super ridiculous with your creative fighters. Like you can make like a demon, you can make a demon with a giant head and small arms. Like that's what makes creative fighters great, or creative characters great. It's like when you just have like the most obscure creation, and just like, yeah, this is legit. He can kick your ass with his tiny legs and giant head. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Aeon's pretty good when it comes to character creation. They've got a lot of options. You can make a really tiny guy with a giant head, which looks cool, and then they have like a full color palette for skin tones and, you know, hair and stuff, so really a lot of options in color there, and facial features and stuff like that. Really detailed options. Like I've seen videos where people make like character creations that are celebrities. Like there was a really good Jay Leno I saw online, with the guy was just walking around, and if you met that person in the game, you'd be like, holy shit, Jay Leno is out here just kicking ass and taking names. That's crazy. I would have personally made Conan instead if we were doing talk show hosts, but you know, whatever. If you have that kind of power to create a character that looks that recognizable, it's always a good thing.
I think also I got to give a shout out to Fight Night, the Fight Night franchise. The last one I remember playing is Fight Night Champion. I believe that's the latest game in the series, and the character customization in that game has always been awesome. You can literally morph you can make your guy fat, skinny, like any level of weight, and then you can morph every single aspect of their face, from their eyebrow height to the spacing of their eyes, and like just really shape pretty much every aspect. So really, it's sort of limitless as far as, I mean, making someone that looks like a person. If you're trying to make like a crazy monster, you don't want to play. Although I've made some guys that look pretty monstrous, sort of inbred hillbilly type guys. But anyway, the fact that you can just morph every aspect of the face means that you could really make anyone, so any person that exists in life, or yourself. And that's the other thing that they did that was really cool, is they had this thing where you could import your own face onto the fighter using this face capture technology they had on the website. I say face capture technology, but it was really just you taking a picture with a webcam and then uploading it online. But it was still pretty cool. And rather than get in shape myself, I'd rather import myself into a boxing game. So I guess that's why I'm single.